If it sometimes seems as though there's an exclusive club to which just a handful of New Zealand musicians are granted access, then here's an album from the ones who were turned away at the door.
Hey baby boomer, with your vineyard in Martinborough and your house in Queenstown and your house in Auckland, rental properties in Dunedin, 3-car garage, you got free university education, then your generation past neoliberal legislation. Nature's Worst is the title of this album, a fairly blunt piss take of the highly successful Nature's Best series, which, in its way, helped create this impression of a local musical members' stand inhabited by a privileged few. But the aim of this album, which is in fact the second volume in an ongoing series, is not really to take potshots at our pop pantheon. Rather, it's to shine a light on aspects of life in New Zealand that maybe the songs on Nature's Best didn't fully explore.
We play them, then they play us, then they play someone else, and then we get back on the bus to go and play somebody really useless. Walking on the street in the cold dark night, there's a gang of busters trying to do it right with the pretty woman who pretends to play. Give 'em a taste, 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 give 'em a taste. Don't blame me, blame the rugby, I don't care if you stay. All I want is the rugby, give me all that you've got. I've got everything that a man can get with my TAB and a shoe.
Now, there's a topical tune, if not quite the anthem the World Cup organisers were looking for. It's a tribute to the practitioners of our national sport from punky, electronic Auckland outfit, The Very Best Of. And in many ways it sums up the mood of this 21-song multi-artist set. These are our voices of dissent, and their satire is not confined solely to rugby.
Rah, rah, pick and save slavery. Rah, pick and slave your slavery. Pick and save your slavery. Pick and slavery.
Two local underground legends, Dave-Normal-and-Snakebeings, teamed up for that Tom Waitsian slice of social commentary, which apparently was actually recorded in the car park of a Hamilton Pack and Save. There's also the odd tune here that you may have heard before.
There is no recession in New Zealand. There are no corporations on our farms. There is no recession in New Zealand. We can all keep perfectly calm.
Blam Blam Blam's There Is No Depression in New Zealand gets a timely revival from Discjockey-Joebloggs, who adapts Richard von Sturmer's original lyric to fit the current economic crisis. Nature's Worst doesn't feature a lot of household names, unless you count a group who call themselves the Stephen Tyndall Experience. But it's not simply an anthology of the obscure and unknown. A welcome inclusion is the first new song in more than a decade from Dave Yetton's The Stereo Bus.
www.leather.boots.slash.co.net.nz for leather boots. At www.leather.boots.slash.co.net.nz for leather goods. Here she comes.
Much of the material here picks specific targets. Chain stores, baby boomers and rugby players all come in for well-aimed derision. But a couple of my favourite tracks simply tell stories. Under the name of Sven Olsen's brutal Canadian love saga, Wellington songwriter Nigel Beckford spins a bitterly funny tale of binge drinking, sex and substandard accommodation that he calls The Chairman of the Wool Board's Daughter.
Well, the weekends were a search for sex, but our searching had the opposite effect. There didn't seem to be any women left prepared to fall in love with human wrecks. We drink 3 dozen at a single sitting. We sculled 100 nips without even pissing. We drank blue water, white death, and went missing for a long, 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 long time.
The other songwriter I especially like here has already filled several albums of his own with his downbeat vignettes of suburban New Zealand life. And if you haven't heard these, Vaughan's contribution to Nature's Worst makes a good introduction.
Well, I tried flicking you a casual text, the kind where I ask if you want to come watch the telly, but you know I mean sex. Oh, and I tried leaving it a couple of days to show you that I do know that this is all a game, and it's a game I can play. Now girl, you know I like you, and I'm a patient man, but now it's Thursday, honey, this man's gotta make himself some plans. So baby, 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 if you don't wanna root me anymore, well, at least dump me before the weekend, so I can go out and get drunk and score. I don't wanna be on the rebound, but if that's the way the cookie crumbs fall, I'd rather be out picking fights with a bouncer than at home bouncing off the walls.
That's Vaughan, V-O-R-N. Dump Me Before the Weekend, one of the standout songs on Nature's Worst. As I say, there are almost 2 dozen tracks here, with production ranging from low-tech to no-tech, amateur to pretty sophisticated. There are songs with bold melodic hooks, others that are close to tuneless. What's consistent, though, is the sense of familiarity, a queasy feeling that, as someone once said, those were our people today.
So baby, 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 if you don't want to root me anymore, well, at least dump me before the weekend, so I can go out and get drunk and score. You know there's no hard feelings, and I hope that we can still be friends. Now do what a friend would do, baby, dump me before the weekend.
Nick-Bollinger listening to Nature's Worst 2.